Son, I love you. I always have. I think you're bright. I think you're beautiful. I think you're wonderful. You are the sunshine of my life. But you're a dunderhead. You don't put ice cream in the turkey before you put it in the oven.
But Mother, this is how I do it. It will make the turkey taste so much better when it's done cooking. So much sweeter. So much more chocolatey.
Nobody wants to eat a chocolate turkey, you nitwit. You eat the ice cream when the turkey is finished, not as part of the turkey.
Just because I like to experiment, that doesn't mean you have to belittle me. I have a creative spirit.
As I found out when I went to make my toast this morning, none of us will ever be able to enjoy that little luxury for a while now, will we?
How was I to know that a toaster couldn't make Jell-O slices? It doesn't say so on the box. Blame the Jell-O people for that mishap, not me. I was so looking forward to a peanut butter and Jell-O sandwich too. If the J in PB&J isn't Jell-O, isn't...
Never mind, Orville. Should I blame the Jelly Bean Company for what happened in the blender as well?
But of course, liquefy means liquefy. I wanted jelly bean sauce for my fluffy cake. They wouldn't liquefy. False advertising, if you ask me. I have a good mind to sue. I would too, if I weren't such a generally agreeable fellow, that is.
Agreeable schmeeable. The only thing that got liquefied was the blender, Orville.
I had to at least try to get the jelly beans out, didn't I?
Normally, but did you have to put it in the oven at 1,000 degrees? You nearly burned Mervin's house down, and us along with it.
Bish bosh, the fire marshal was cordial enough. He says things like that happen all of the time.
You really are going deaf, aren't you?
What do you mean?
You didn't hear the final part of what he said. He said things like that happen all of the time out here. We're on a first-name basis with his wife and children, for goodness sake. Which reminds me, I need to get my sewing patterns back. Where did you put the phone after you called the fire department?
Where else would I have put it? It's in the freezer.
Why?
I went to call Lazar for his recipe for this thing I heard. It's called razzleberry dressing. It's made with something called cottage cheese.
No, Orville, no.
But he told me about this thing called cottage cheese ceilings too. It's supposed to have been all the rage not too long ago. Do I have to mop the ceilings first before throwing the goop up there? By the way, how do we eat it? Do I have to get ladders for everyone? Or do we use only one and use it one at a time?
This is the most preposterous. Absolutely not, Orville. You are not smearing cottage cheese all over poor Mervin's ceiling. You've already destroyed the rest of the poor man's kitchen. Leave his ceiling alone. Now get back to why the phone is in the freezer.
I dialed the wrong number.
Go on.
It was some lady on the other end of the line. She asked me if I was bald.
Oh no.
After I heard what she wanted me to do to her, I had to put the phone in the freezer to cool it down.
Oh dear. Are there any appliances in this house that still work?
The microwave does. Only it's something of a mess.
What do you do to it?
I got hungry while working on dinner, so I decided to make some wieners.
In the microwave. Orville, you didn't.
It said on the package to place them in the microwave, so I did. Then I got distracted by my souffle.
For goodness sake, son.
I heard a pop, then...
Yes, then, son, why don't you let me handle dinner from here on out? Or else there won't be any dinner for any of us to have tonight to be thankful for. You tried your best, but let Mother take over. Some things in life you're good at, but cooking is just not one of them.
Stuff of nonsense. The turkey is almost ready. The potatoes have little smiley faces carved into them. The biscuits are shaped into the form of little balls in case we want to have a food fight later on. All things are well in hand.
At least let me help with the salad.
Yes, you could do that. I've not yet peeled the tomatoes or carved the eggs. Thank you, Mother. That's an excellent idea.
Orville,
Yes?
shut up and hand me the croutons.
In times past, Orville, old Orville, the one we've come to know, would have laid down the law and told his mother exactly what to do, with no thought for her feelings whatsoever. Now that we've got this younger version of Orville living with us, it sure is a change to see him working with his mother, or something close to working anyway. He's so young, such a go-getter, such an eager beaver. It takes a lot of patience just to handle his desire to be helpful, not to mention stomach his cooking. Seriously, you've never had to try his cucumber Pop-Tarts. Black. It just goes to show how much people can change, some for the better, or some, as Orville will demonstrate as he'll age, for the worse. It's a real shame, too. He's such a kind soul now. It's sad to think he'll become like what we know his eventual fate will lead him to be. Be that as it may, on Thanksgiving as it is, family, friend, what have you, if they are under your roof, well, they are to be accepted, to be well fed, to be blessed, for it is a day of family, a day of friendship, a day where guest, family, or stranger alike is one who is to be called friend. For what we have, they shall have too. For remember this note, what we have around us, house and home, our belongings, a television, a gaming system, a computer, a smartphone, our favorite chair, such things are but on loan to us. Nothing lasts forever, nothing. Such as is a similar fashion, and on a more somber note. Looking around a second time, only this time as we sit down at our dining room table, look at each chair, into the eyes of each person who occupies each setting, for they too are on loan to us. Friendships gone, family members no longer with us, people who just drift away. Of course, life does offer new opportunities.
You don't put M&Ms in the salad, you dolt.
But life never offers replacements for those who've gone, only successions. So this day, take advantage of the fact that you're with those who you are with, those whom you are blessed to have. Because time doesn't give opportunities to be with those people forever.
The turkey is cold again, Mother.
Put it back in the microwave for a few minutes.
Okay. Come on, Mr. Turkey. Let's get you all warmed up and smelling delicious once more.
I hope he doesn't.
Orville, you idiot. You put it in there with a metal cooking pan.
You're not supposed to do that?
If we were human, we'd be dead now. I could wring your neck.
Speaking of people who need to appreciate enjoying the moment, while I try to calm things down, here's a turkey that's prepared in a more traditional fashion.
This is a story of a holiday and home. Helping make ready a celebration is part of the fun. Especially for one of the nicest days of the year, Thanksgiving. There is happiness in the air. And the smell of turkey. That does look good. Thanksgiving is a day for the best of everything. And friends invited to dinner. We remember the Pilgrims had only rough tables on which to serve the first Thanksgiving feast, yet it was shared with friendly Indians. It is good to share a holiday with friends. And it is good to have friends like to come to our home. Good manners make people happy, and good table manners make eating together a happy time. We are thankful for our home and our happy meal. We are glad we have good table manners and know what to do with a napkin. And how to use a spoon in eating soup easily without noise. It just wouldn't be Thanksgiving without turkey. We know Mother knows how to cook it. And Father knows how to carve it. It is fine to know how to sit up and watch it being carved. You would know this is a holiday plate. At the first Thanksgiving dinner, the Indians didn't eat turkey with a fork. But it is easy to learn to use one the right way, to take small mouthfuls. and how to butter and eat bread in small bites, so we never have to talk with food in our mouths. It is good to have learned to chew with lips closed and know when to take a drink. Good table manners keep our meals happy meals, and those who eat with us happy. Learning to use a knife the right way takes practice, yet each time we do, it becomes easier. What to do with a knife and fork, even when finished using them, is part of eating well. Holidays are days to be glad, and all good manners are ways to make people glad. We like to offer help, or to help when asked. It is nice to talk with others, and to know when to wait and listen. We are glad to eat neatly, without spots. Holidays are fun. And it is good to be part of a celebration. It is fine to have learned so much, and to have so much in our home to make holiday celebrations happy. Now, could you wish for more?
Are you sure that I can't?
Don't let that lunatic son of mine back in here. He'll kill us all.
Orville, just introduce the film that I told you about. I've got to find a way to get the turkey out of the furnace. Our home warranty is already in danger of being canceled. If I have to call them one more time because of something like this.
I'll take care of the furnace, Jingles. I've had plenty of experience.
Really, Mama M.T?
Orville's father used to pull the same stunts. You call for pizza. I'll get the turkey out of the furnace before we have every dog in the neighborhood at the back door.
What about me?
You can go.
You can go and introduce the show like I told you. That will be the biggest help you could offer right now.
Really?
Really, Orville, really.
You should have been a psychologist, Jingles.
Just relax, for Pete's sake, Orville. Say you're thankful for strawberries or ladybugs, but say something.
Jingles farts when he gets nervous.
Not that.
Okay, I've got it.
And I don't fart. I just have an upset stomach sometimes.
I've been on this planet for a short time now. There's one thing on this planet that's different here than most places. One thing in this part of it, at least, that makes it different than most other places. The times, planets, areas that I've been to. This thing is really very important. Far more important than strawberries or ladybugs. This thing, it's freedom. During my time here, I've heard people use terms loosely. Maybe because they didn't know what they really meant. That really confuses me too. If you're going to talk, to speak publicly, you should really know what words mean. Because I do know what they mean. I've seen what they mean through their absence. I've seen places where there isn't or wasn't any freedom to be had. I know what it's like to live in a world where you can't walk down a street or look someone else in the eye because you are afraid you might look at them the wrong way accidentally. It's a world where you can't say what you really think or what you really feel because someday, who knows when, someone might remember it and it could cost you or those around you everything you have. But freedom is so much more than saying what you want, believing what you want. That's a big part of it though, an important part. Freedom is being able to live life without fear. Fear of what you did yesterday coming back to haunt you tomorrow. Fear of those around you and what they are really thinking or doing. Fear of family, friends. Fear of co-workers. Fear of living. Freedom is an absence of all of those things. Freedom is an absence of fear. That's something I think a lot of people have forgotten. So when you can go out and say what you want, do what you want, and not be afraid that someone's going to come and knock on your door someday and take you away for it, then you know that you're living in a land of the free and a home of the brave. Because only in a land of the free would you be able to do something like that. Freedom is a precious gift in this universe. When you have it, it's like air. You can't live without it. When it's gone, it's like you're not living at all. Why do you think so many men and women have fought and died over the last few hundred years for this land we live in? With this in mind, I offer for this 6th year in a row a day of Thanksgiving.
I'm Bill Johnson. Around here, they just call me Dad. I've been trying to read, but I just can't seem to do it. I keep thinking about today, Thanksgiving Day. We Johnsons had a good Thanksgiving, the best we've ever had. And I can't help thinking that what made it better was a real feeling of thankfulness. And that's odd, too, when you consider the shape things were in when I got home from work yesterday. Kids, Dick and Tommy and Susan, were all home from school. And of course, Mother and the baby were there. As kids will, mine were living tomorrow right along with today, looking forward to Thanksgiving. And like most men, I'm glad it was Mother instead of me who had to break the news to them.
Tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Turkey and dressing and pie and cake.
And fruit salad and whipped cream and cranberries. Gee, I can hardly wait. Me too.
Well, you know, children, we've had a lot of expenses this month, and, well, your father and I thought that, well, the truth of the matter is, there just won't be any turkey this year.
No turkey for Thanksgiving?
Oh, I'm going to make a pumpkin pie. We'll have plenty to eat, but, well, we'll just have to get along without turkey.
Mom, you don't mean it. It won't be Thanksgiving at all.
Even the Pilgrims had a feast. After all, isn't that what Thanksgiving's for? I don't think it's fair.
And it was right there that I came in, right in the thick of it. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Pop.
Hello, Mother, Dick, Susan. Well, what's been going on around here? What's the matter with everybody, anyway?
Mom says we're not going to have any Thanksgiving. No turkey, no good thing.
A fat lot we're gonna have to be thankful for.
Oh, I don't think you kids really mean that.
We do, too. We've always had turkey for Thanksgiving.
Yes, and everybody else in the block's gonna have it this year. Same as always.
Yes, we've always had turkey, just as a lot of Americans have had it, and we'll keep on having it. Turkey on Thanksgiving's a great American tradition. But what you kids are saying makes it sound as if the turkey's the only thing we had to be thankful for.
Well, gee whiz, no, Dad. It's not that at all.
Oh, I know, Dick. With turkey, it's easy to lose sight of what Thanksgiving really means.
And don't think we're just making excuses because we don't have any turkey this year. We know it'll mean a lot more to us the next time we do have it.
Well, sure. Suppose we don't have a bang-up feast. We're still a lot better off than the Pilgrims.
That's it, Dick. Do you other kids see what Dick's trying to say? Turkey or no turkey, we've still got all the freedoms and privileges the Pilgrims gave us. And out of those privileges have come a lot of things. Things the Pilgrims never even dreamed of.
Why, we could make a list a mile long. Why don't we do it?
Now, hold on a minute. You've got the idea, but it isn't something you can write down like a grocery list. You've got to feel it down deep before you can really be thankful for anything. I tell you what let's do. Let's take a little more time to think this over. When you get right down to it, there are some pretty tough decisions in making up your mind what means the most to you. Your life? Sure, that's one thing you can't get along without. But do you know that there are some places in the world today where you have to get along without just about everything else?
Golly, Daddy.
I guess I kind of got carried away. But I'll bet you one thing. If we really think over what we have to be thankful for, when we sit down to whatever Mother fixes to eat tomorrow, we'll be one family in America that will really have a Thanksgiving dinner. Well, that's how it got started. The Johnsons didn't have any turkey. And the kids, no, I mean everybody, likes to make something special out of a special day. So we fell back on something as old as the Pilgrims, toting up the common, ordinary blessings that we had to be thankful for. That night, I'd see Dick there building his model airplane and Susan just playing. Only they weren't just playing. They were mulling things over, thinking big thoughts for such young heads. And as for Mother and Tom and baby Janet, and yes, me too, it was as if we had our eyes open for the first time. Things there were to appreciate in just any ordinary day in America. When we took our places around the table and we were ready. And then, well, we all knew it. There are some things you just can't say. But everybody in his own way knew what he had to be thankful for, and that this was the time to think about it. Tom was first.
I am thankful for getting plenty to eat all the time, with extras that count, like cookies and milk after school. Like Mom says, I'm hungry all the time anyway, and if I didn't live in a country where there was plenty to go around, golly. And I'm thankful for the free public library, where I can get books about adventure. Jack London, Richard Halliburton. Gee, the way they tell a story is as good as being there yourself. And it's free, with only a library card.
Yes, Tommy thought about some of the things he ought to be glad for all the time. And somehow turkey and trimming seemed to matter a whole lot less than he thought they did yesterday. Well, then it was Susan's turn. Susan's a happy-go-lucky kid. You'd never credit her with thinking beyond her dolls, but she got right into the spirit of it.
I am thankful we have what we need to wear. Though Mother says it's hard to keep up with us, we grow so fast. I never thought before how many clothes it takes for all kinds of weather, or how it would be to have to do without the right ones. I'm glad to be able to go to Sunday school, or go to any church I want, any Sunday. I'm thankful for my mother and daddy, that they are here with us, that both of them aren't too worried about things to take time to have fun with us. I'm glad we're a family, that families are still important in America.
I guess Dick, being the oldest, was having some pretty serious thoughts.
I am thankful for being able to get an education, for living where schools, all schools, open their doors to a guy who wants to learn, where school books are studied instead of burned, where a guy is rated by how much he knows, and the community is rated by how well it teaches him. I'm glad I've got a chance to play, batting a ball around once in a while. Stuff like that. I'm glad it's fun, growing up in America.
Sure, baby Janet's too young to understand the big word Thanksgiving. She's too little even to tell us the things that make her happy. But we can tell, and maybe she's thinking about them now. Maybe she's thinking about the fun of splashing around in the tub and about how good it feels to be clean. About playtime with Mother and the security she feels in Mother's arms. And as for Mother, seems she's always working, cooking, ironing, tending children, daylight to dark. What does she have to be thankful for?
I am thankful that my children had the privilege of being born safely and of growing up healthy and strong. I'm thankful that I have the privilege of guiding them as they become useful men and women. And I'm thankful for all the things our American system makes possible for the Smiths and the Browns and the Johnsons, for washing machines, hot water out of a tap, and a telephone to call the doctor when one of the family is sick. A car to get Dad to work. Yes, I'm thankful for all the things free people working together can produce. I'm thankful that when my neighbor drops in to borrow a cup of flour, we've got the right to talk about anything we want to. The parent-teacher project, the new mayor, or Jane Jones' hat. And last of all, I'm truly thankful for the peace of mind that Dad's job brings, for knowing that even though there are lots of luxuries we can't afford, there still will always be enough to go around for the things we have to have. I'm glad Dad doesn't work slave hours, that there are evenings and Sundays and vacations when we can all be together.
That's Mother for you, grateful for what America means to her family. And now for me. I've got so many things to be thankful for. I'm thankful for this house. It may need a coat of paint, it has a mortgage, but it's ours, a place where we can be together in privacy. And I'm thankful for the thing that makes this house our home, the happiness here, not just today or on Christmas morning, but on a day-to-day basis all through the year. For knowing that a knock on our door means nothing to fear. A friend calling, or maybe a bill collector, or a kid selling magazines. You never know what to expect. But you can count on one thing. It's not going to be some political gangster coming to drag one of us off to jail because we believe in freedom. And I'm glad that that freedom we've got lets me choose the kind of work I like and can do best. Taking a sluggish motor and making it hum again. Makes me feel that somebody got to his work, or wherever he had to go, just because of me. And feeling like that gives me a lot of satisfaction. And I'm thankful for my newspaper. Just a few cents worth of printer's ink and paper, but more valuable than any amount of money. Because in it, the editor's got the privilege of printing what he thinks. And I've got the privilege of agreeing with him or not, however the facts strike me. And both of us, the editor and I, have the right to act on our opinions on Election Day, to vote for the principles we believe in. And finally, I'm thankful for being able to believe, in spite of everything, that somehow, someway, the unity we've got here in the Johnson family will someday spread to men and nations throughout the world. For all these things, we are truly and humbly thankful. Amen.
Well, the kitchen is cleaned up, Orville. Did you help your mother to her room?
Indeed I did. I am a little confused, however.
About what?
Well, she said if I ever put her through another Thanksgiving like this, she'll give the term foul play a new definition.
I'd just let that pass. She was tired, that's all. Another Thanksgiving, and this time I actually got to spend it eating turkey. Turkey pizza, but still turkey. That's a change, isn't it?
Foul play.
Yes, Thanksgiving at home, in Waterford. Not a diner, not another reality.
F-O-U-L.
Orville M. Jingles just doesn't have the same neck to it, does it?
Maybe if I spell it backwards.
If I had a glass, I'd raise it right now to absent friends. Thanksgiving is wonderful, that you have someone to spend it with. Someone, a friend, a mother figure, a boss maybe, someone you just met, your pets. So long as you have someone. That's what makes the day special. It's what always will make the day special. It's what makes a holiday. It always will. It's the people that makes the day a holiday. Not the places, the food, the decorations, the people, or in some cases the animals, if that's who you have with you.
O-U-L-F.
Try a W, Orville.
Huh?
But just remember that time marches on. Time changes things. Places, people. We move on. Or time moves on for us. Things change, people change, events change us. We find ourselves in new places, with new people for different reasons, some beyond our control. Then those holidays that we spent with those we loved yesterday, they are gone forever. All we have are the memories. Those precious memories of yesterday. So you, right now, while you have a chance to make those memories, make them wonderful. Make this holiday a wonderful one with those you love, so the memories will be something that you can hold on to for the rest of your life. Just in case you have to. Life marches on. Remember?
W-O-L-F. What does a wolf have to do with Thanksgiving?
Search me. I think your mom just wanted to hide the fact that she has a stash of strawberry shortcake in the freezer.
Strawberry shortcake, you say?
I say. What say you, Orville? Want to have some dessert? This time I'll serve. You can tell me about the time you wrestled the 300-pound Halnutian twins on Yeltar 7.
You're on! Who could that be? Nobody ever comes here, at least through the door. Well, greetings. Who might you be?